The product that we have, which is credit guarantees, can effectively be wrapped around any bond, any market instrument, or any loan. And the idea is that the proceeds of that loan or that bond should go towards areas that carry development impact.
I often say when women CEOs get together, then things begin to happen. So when Maheen and I met, we sort of started this discussion rather informally initially, but suddenly triggered this idea that as women CEOs, we needed to do more. We needed to go beyond to push the envelope outwards.
Now, when we worked with Kashf, we found a very unique opportunity. Not only was there development impact, but it was also geared very exclusively towards women. So we thought of combining all these factors. We said, okay, we'll build in credit enhancement, we'll do a capital market issue, and at the same time, because all the proceeds are going to go towards women, then we can call it a gender bond as well.
We have climate bonds, we have green bonds. Why not gender bonds?
We're not giving any subsidies here. We're not doing any concessional lending. We're not giving out aid. This is a commercial bond that is launched in a commercial market, carries commercial rates, and is subscribed to by commercial investors.
Our model is investing in the value chain of women entrepreneurship, which means we don't just look at the transaction, we also look at the agency, we also look at decision making, and we also look at control over income, all the perspectives that together empower women.
And we're very happy that we partnered with Kashf to provide a credit guarantee to a bond that they will now float in the capital market, which will receive, because of the AAA rating, a much wider participation of institutional investors that are bond market investors, capital market investors, into their balance sheet.
A woman running a community-based school needs infrastructure. A woman running a beauty salon needs infrastructure. A woman who is setting up a small grocery store in her community needs maybe a small fridge. So it's small infrastructure projects. Then women in livestock. So Kashf has a wonderful livestock product where we financed over 70,000 women livestock owners across the country. So those are the kind of small micro infrastructure projects that we will be funding. In addition to that, there's another component. We are also looking at, as you know, Sindh was hit by floods last year, and over 60 to 70% people lost their homes. So part of this proceeds we will also be using for developing climate resilient housing and home improvement loans for households in Sindh.
The market at large is pretty risk averse, and when we talk market, we talk about the banking sector, we talk about the asset management space, we talk about the non-bank financing institutions, and then we talk about all the other institutional investors that are part of it.
When we are providing loans that have no asset, it's not backed by asset, then how do we create that collateral to get our money back? And the collateral is really the entrepreneur and his or her enthusiasm and his or her commitment to changing the lives of herself and her family.
The ability that we have to take that risk on our own balance sheet and give the investor community comfort that in case of any credit event, we will be able to offer them payments for their loans, which they may otherwise not get. I think that is in itself a big comfort that we give to institutions that are not willing to take that risk.
Financial markets, as you know, work on perceptions also, not just on results. So the perception, what the guarantee does is it helps us move into investors who wouldn't naturally invest in the microfinance industry. So the guarantee becomes the bridge. We work with hundreds and thousands of women entrepreneurs across Pakistan, and that diversifies risk. What InfraZamin is doing, it's bringing in sources of financing which to those markets. If Kashf was not there in between and InfraZamin was not there as a guarantee provider, this wouldn't happen.
These are transactions that take a long time to come to closure because there's a fair amount of due diligence involved. But just the fact that we've managed to bring out 2 within the span of 2 years, and we are developing a pipeline for future transactions, just shows how much opportunity and how much demand there is for credit in this market, even under such difficult economic conditions.